Hey, aren't we loving our new digs?
Yes, it's nice here.
Yes,
I love
we're
it.
here at the Concord Hotel in Midtown, New York.
Beautiful.
And we're so fortunate to be filming here. And we thank you. We're very grateful for all of the wonderful atmosphere we've gotten, right?
And they treated us so good.
Yes, the team has been awesome.
Amazing.
Yes. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Love it.
Everything.
We will be back.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so since we're at a hotel, we're going to be talking about
Travel.
right up my alley.
traveling alone and
is Yo-Yo's
traveling
thing.
in a group.
All up in my alley.
Traveling.
She's
in
the
a
big
group.
traveler.
Can we start with traveling in a group?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Have you experienced it? Do you
have
intend? Okay.
not.
You've never traveled in a group before?
Well, with my
I don't
family.
think family counts because
Does
you
it
already
count?
know what you're dealing with, and you're like, go sit over there. I don't have time for you. But traveling with like a group
Yeah, like
of people that you don't really know.
Right.
Neither of you have traveled with a group
I've
before?
never.
Nope.
Oh, well.
What do you have?
What advice would I give to you?
Exactly.
Traveling in a group.
guru.
All right, sit back, take notes.
That's
get
what
your
we
pen
need.
and paper
Yes.
out.
Yes.
Let's begin with like-minded people.
Okay.
You have to travel with like-minded people.
Mm.
And what I mean by like-minded people, traveling with people who like to travel.
Oh.
Because there's some people who, when they go on vacation, all they want to do is sleep in. Okay, and you have to. I guess you have to set the parameters, set the motion or the intent of the travel, depending on where you're going. If you know you're traveling to a destination where it's outdoorsy, the people that you're traveling with have to be on the same page. You know, I mean, there are people who like to travel and sleep in. I mean, I may do that on one day, but I'm not doing that throughout the duration of the trip.
But I tell you, when I hear my sister, who does a lot of these travels with groups,
Right.
I get exhausted listening to the list of things that they're
itinerary.
doing every day.
Yes.
I mean, she's gone to, what is it, Machu Picchu?
Uh-huh.
So, which is wonderful. I think it
Right.
sounds awesome.
Right.
Okay.
But her itinerary sounds like you'd have to like get up at 7 a.m. and then you're going hiking and then you're going to this museum and then you're having lunch at the blah, blah, blah. And then you're going this.
Is that fair though? Like if you're on vacation, do you want to get up at 7 in the morning?
Again, you're traveling with a group.
Exactly.
And whatever group you're traveling with, whoever's leading, that's another thing. You need a leader of the group.
Right.
You need somebody who's going to set the time, who's going to make sure that people show up and know what they have to do on each day. Right?
Yeah.
So if you have an itinerary, what's one of the things you have to do? Share with your group. Share the itinerary with your group.
so that
Let them
they're
know
prepared.
on this day we have to wake up early. This day we're wearing this type of outfit or this theme. If you have a theme,
Right.
you know, there's many things that go into traveling with the group.
Okay.
And I think the people who organize it, hats off to you because you have to
Amen.
have a patience.
Yes.
You know, you have to have the patience and you have to communicate. That's the key. Communicate, and let people know what they're expected of
beforehand.
And
And you know, you mentioned something that I think is important. You said have people meet before you even go on the trip. Have like a little brunch or something with meet and greet.
Yeah. So I intend
think
to
that's
this year. I'm organizing my first group trip. Not just being a participant, but organizing it. And that's what I intend to do is have a little brunch, a meet and greet. And even for people who cannot attend the brunch, I plan to have a Zoom meeting beforehand. So everybody can introduce themselves and know each other. Because when you're traveling with the group, you may not know all the people. And it'll be nice to just put a face to a name as opposed to on the day of the plane, you're there like, oh, you going with us too? Oh, who are you?
If I knew you was going.
Right. So you have an idea of who you're traveling with. And again, traveling with the group, you all have to have the mindset that you're there to have fun.
Right.
You know, leave the drama, leave the stories about the kids and the spouses at home, and make sure that you're here to have a good time.
But how
With
big
that
is
mindset.
the group? I mean,
Group travel can be as much as 4 people and as large as 70 people.
How big is your group?
yeah.
Our big group is 14.
Oh, that's not too
So
bad.
let me ask you this: how do you plan, like when you get there, who's getting what room and all those details?
It's up in the air.
So
up in the air.
So you could be rooming with somebody you really don't know.
Well, that's the thing. We can choose before we get there. We could draw straws and say that, okay, you get this room, you get this room, you get this room. We could do it that way. But again, you're there to have fun, right? You're there to have fun. You're
Right.
there put it in your mindset. You're there to have fun, and you're not home. So you may not have all the luxuries that you have around you when you're at home. You're in another country, you're in another destination, and you're sharing it with other people.
Right.
So let's be respectful to other people and their space.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, I think once you're in the atmosphere and once you're in that energy, and it goes a long way with the leader of the group.
Right.
If they're bringing that energy of fun and excitement, and let's just make the best of where we at, you're going to have a good time.
Okay, I got to ask you this. So what if it kind of goes sour there? Right. How do you turn it around? Do you pull the person aside? Like, what if it's one or two people that's kind of bringing the energy down?
Girlfriend Eartha, who's been on our podcast before, she does group, and I asked her, I said, what happens with somebody who doesn't want to have fun and anything? And she said that she does pull the person aside, and have a discussion.
Wow.
And sometimes it's not even about the travel; it's something in their personal life that's bothering them. You know, and for the most part, all you got to do is. Not say all you have to do, but all you can do is encourage that person to try to let whatever is bothering them, let it stay where it is, and come here and have a good time. Because if you bring all that drama and the frustration and whatever anger or problems that you have into your vacation, it's gonna show. And you're gonna ruin the mood for a lot of people. Right. You know, and all you can do is, you can't control everyone and how they think and what they behave.
Yeah.
But you're hoping that they're like-minded in the sense that they paid to come on this trip to have a good time.
This is true.
Why spend all this money if you're going to be bitter and sad and ruin it for other people? You're here you spend all this money. You got all these fabulous outfits.
Very true.
Honey, I'm going to wear every single outfit and have a good time.
So in other words, it's like you have an itinerary, you have like-minded people, you have somebody who's leading, you have the concept beforehand that we're all going to meet each other, and so that there's this already, you're warming everybody up to be fun.
Yes, and I'm not going to say that every group travel is such a wonderful experience, right? You take the lessons that you learn from the ones that didn't go right, and you know what to do for the next time,
right?
And to your point, sometimes you have to set the mood, like, okay, I know that I'm traveling with these groups of people. I don't know them.
Right.
Maybe this may be an opportunity for me to get to know them.
Yeah.
Or maybe this will be an opportunity for me to do something different.
Yeah.
It's all about, again, it's the individuality. Yeah. It's about what you bring and how you're going to affect the spaces around you. And I think the key to it is always having in mind that you're investing in yourself on this vacation, so you are going to make the best of it.
Have some fun.
And so that's such a different experience than being someone who travels alone.
Have you guys traveled alone yet?
I've done it once. So I did it once where I traveled alone, and it was a first time experience where I stayed somewhere for a month near the beach. And, in some ways it was awesome.
Yeah.
Because I was able to really have time by myself and be in a surrounding where it was very relaxing and helping me with sort of some mental kind of challenges. And so it was perfect. I rented a car.
That's nice. For a month?
I stayed there. I worked from home. I worked from the space. I was able to work from that site. And it really changed my mind a little bit about solo travel. But it still was a bit of a challenge because the area was difficult to go grocery shopping or to, if I was to walk outside at night, I was a little nervous. And I think that's where it felt a little bit uncertain. But, slowly I kind of got a little used to it. But it still was
a nice chunk of time.
It was a nice break. And, it was something I really would like to do again. But again, it's like, I don't know, by myself, it felt at some point, it felt very lonely sometimes.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. I think, at nighttime, you're always going out, you're going to eat alone, you're going to shop alone.
Right.
You're going to do whatever you're doing for entertainment alone.
Yeah.
And even though I was there to kind of know the community was very much a kind of a beach community, so people weren't always there.
Right.
So it was hard to
so it kind of got a little lonely.
It got a little. There wasn't a community of people.
Right.
Like there wasn't someone next door who kind of saw you all the time, or there wasn't like a community gathering space.
But you say you would do it again.
I would, yeah. But I would probably do it with a partner.
Okay.
You know, so I had someone.
I think the most I've traveled alone, like when I was in the military, but that's like
work.
Yeah, you going to work, you got to be at this location at this day, this time, you know. So
you never like went onto Google and said, let me see where I can go this month on vacation by myself?
I've always been with family.
Wow.
It's either a family reunion.
Yeah.
Or I'm taking the kids to Disney.
Yep, me too.
I've never traveled alone, and I've never traveled in a group. Like
these are all going to be new experiences.
This is all going to be new. Yeah.
So,
what are your fears about it? Are you fearful
traveling
about
alone?
Something? Yeah.
Just safety. I think that's my biggest thing. Feeling safe, and I gotta start watching TV because I'm like, they're not gonna kidnap me and sex traffic me.
I know,
right? Well, funny enough, I've always, as you know, traveled by myself.
That's your thing.
Yeah,
and
man.
I'll tell you, the first time I traveled by myself, I think I was 19.
Wow.
And I went to Paris and London.
Oh my!
I remember that.
Yes, by myself. And I had a boyfriend at the time, and he swore that I was gonna meet somebody.
We all did.
Yeah, everybody. I was like, no, she got some dude over there that she's gonna go meet.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I always wanted to go. And I remember when I first broached it to friends, they were like, oh, yeah, we're going to go. And then as the date got closer, I had all these excuses.
Oh, okay.
And I remember telling my mom, is like, oh, the friends are not going to go anymore. And she was like, so go.
I love that.
Wow.
Go. And I thought it was kind of odd at first.
Yeah.
Should I go? And then when I did go to London and Paris by myself, it changed my whole trajectory.
You was like, I
never went
love
back.
it.
Wow.
I never went back. And to your point about I'm going to break down some myths and somehow I got around it. One thing about safety is I always made sure that wherever I stayed was in a city. Someplace that wasn't desolate or remote.
That's very important.
Other places. And when I stayed, I never stayed in an Airbnb. I always stayed in a hotel.
Yeah.
Because I felt as though with the hotel, there's a lot of people here.
And you planned your whole trip, or did you have someone?
I planned my whole trip.
Wow.
Okay. I planned my whole trip. And from the destination, and I would Google it. You know, Google was my best friend at the time.
Yeah, okay.
I would Google like some of the main attractions and how far away it was from my hotel.
Okay.
And that's one of the things I would recommend, especially if you're in a city that has a good public transportation system. You can easily, like London, the tube was my friend. In Paris, the same thing. I got around taking mass transportation, and it was easier. When I went to Greece, my place was a little bit further. My hotel lodging was a little bit further from the main attraction, so I took taxi. But the lady who was, I guess, I want to say the host or the hostess of the lodging, she was just so astonished that I was there by myself. She was like a little godmother. She was looking at me. She said, I'm going to arrange car service for you. Anytime you want to go, you have the same driver.
Gotta make sure you good.
Yes.
How sweet.
And I thought that was really sweet of her.
Yeah.
But one of the things I said that when I do travel, I always book things like two. So people are expecting two people.
Yeah.
Unless there's a
with
price
someone,
associated
right?
with it, right?
Yeah.
So even when I check in, they said that, oh, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, it's just me. I'm going to meet my spouse later.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
So people have the idea that you're not really by yourself. I mean, nobody needs to know that, oh, yeah, a big sign, I'm traveling by myself.
Right.
Yeah.
But just so for your safety, what you was talking about.
Right.
And also, most of the time, I don't stay out after a certain time. The only time I stayed out late was when I was in Greece. And I felt very safe.
Okay.
I felt very
Really?
comfortable. You know, and I walked the streets. I did a whole lot of sightseeing. I did a whole lot of shopping.
Wow.
And I must say, wherever I go, I always strike up a conversation with people. So I never really felt lonely. There's even times where I felt like I wish I was by myself, because people would just start talking to me.
Oh my.
Yes, and I've been to restaurants and dinners where even families have invited me over to sit with them.
Wow.
Because they were just so impressed, or they were just like curious because they thought some celebrity or somebody famous.
Oh wow.
Right.
Okay.
Like, oh, could you join us for our meal?
Right.
I'm like, okay.
Can I
And
get
then
your
just
autograph?
talking with people.
Have you ever had
Wow.
an experience where it didn't go so well and you like, oh shoot?
I remember one instance in Paris when I did go to Paris, and I nearly got pickpocketed.
Oh Lord,
by a gypsy.
Oh
and
dear.
And there was the young kids.
Oh wow.
Right, and I sensed it because you're in the train, and the young kids came, like 2 boys came up, and they sat so close to me. And there was so much space around.
Oh. Yeah.
Right.
That's a real sign.
I seen the other one go and pickpocket somebody
else. So that's all you knew.
What they were doing.
That's what this was.
And though I couldn't speak French, they understood my English real well.
They knew that New York,
I said, mess around and
Bronx.
find out. I told them, I said, mess around with me and find out what I'm capable of doing.
I ain't a killer, but don't push me.
That's the one thing about me too. We had one time when we had a house that I heard some noises in the backyard, which happened to be a cow.
Right.
I was screaming out, I've got a gun.
To the cow.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was.
Shoot the cow,
I didn't know what it was. I was somebody trying to get in the house. So I said,
get out of here, cow.
I have a gun. I'll be shooting.
Yeah. But I think a lot of the misconception about traveling alone, a lot of the person, or you may feel that you think that people are staring at you. You think are judging you, like,
and no one's paying you any attention. Not in that way.
Not in that way, to the point where you feel as though that, they're gonna think I'm lonely or I don't have anybody. But then again, even if they thought that, who are they?
Right.
Really?
Why do their opinions matter so much to you that you are willing to forego your happiness or what you want to do because you're afraid of what people are gonna say, or how they're gonna look at you?
Well, I think it's something new for women. Women really weren't able to be very independent. I mean,
so it is new.
It is kind of new.
My daughter's doing it now. Candace,
really
wonderful.
She takes herself on solo dates. She goes to the movies.
Oh,
she said she was inspired by you.
Oh,
and I'm like this. Because we have the tracking on the phone, right? And I'm like, you make sure you let me know where you at. But I'm glad that she's doing it. I tell her, I said, go do it.
And I think that's where you need to start. You start with those small things.
That's what
movies, a dinner, even a brunch, going to a coffee shop by yourself.
Yeah.
Just start those little things, and then you start to build your muscle up.
Yeah.
And then you'll feel comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
Either with a group or by yourself. Like at this point, I can do both.
Right.
But as you know, I always like to just get up and go.
Yeah.
I don't want to wait for no one because this life that I have,
you're going to enjoy it.
Well, I think also too, as being a solo traveler, you have to get sort of that sixth sense of what's safe.
Right.
Because I mean,
that's
even
all I'm concerned
I
with.
think that me too, because things are not like they were before. There's a lot of strange stuff going out there. We hear all these things. If somebody's got something tied on your car, they've got some money stuck in the windshield, or if they've got this or that, they're watching you and blah, blah, blah. And you hear all this crap, and it's like, is that real?
If you listen to all the noise,
that real?
If you listen to all the noise, you will never leave your house. Because even if you don't go on vacation, anything can happen to you, even going to work.
I know.
That's true.
This is
even
true.
going to the store.
Yeah.
I mean, beginning of the year, we heard about all these plane crashes.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was like, that's why I'm not flying. That's why I'm not flying. And I said, if you listen to every dog that barks, you will not leave your house.
It's true. I just went to Texas.
Yeah.
And I was like, God.
Yes.
All I was thinking about is all the planes that's going down.
And that's the fear that cripples us from doing a lot of things.
This is true.
You got to just surrender, let it go. Go enjoy
it.
yourself. I had the best time in Texas.
You see? Yeah. And I'm a strong believer when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah, that's just true.
And
then I'm like, well, if the plane gonna come down, if I'm not in it, it's gonna come down on the ground. So you know what I mean. So you're right. You just have to go enjoy life.
Exactly.
So we're gonna try and do more solo traveling.
Yeah,
start small.
We'll start small.
Just start with the solo dates.
Solo dating.
Yeah.
Remember that episode?
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Haven't done
with my
much of
daughter
that
now.
lately.
She's like, I'm going, and I'm like,
yes.
And then
so
I guess some words of advice to those listening who want to venture and start that: start small.
Small.
I'm not saying go book a ticket and go to Japan next week, but start small and don't feel timid. We're all human beings and we're all having the same human experience.
This is true.
If you do go out, Smiling goes a long way.
Just
This
go
is
have
true.
fun.
Hello,
Bring
good
good
morning.
energy.
Exactly.
Energy.
Bring
That's what
good
it is.
energy.
Yes.
And you attract good people.
Yes.
That's true. I
Yes.
think most of the time. But, you know,
Yes.
I'm still going to have that thing that you put on the hotel thing that buzzes or whatever.
No, I mean, I do that too.
Do you? Okay.
Yes. I put that. I put my luggage behind the door.
Okay.
And now
When
they
I'm
have these
traveling.
apps.
Yeah.
We're using the Life 360 app.
I've heard
Oh,
of that.
yeah,
and
I've
it's
heard of that too.
locate. I
Tracking.
get to see right where my kids are.
Yes.
They know
Yes.
where I'm at.
That's
Yeah.
my
And let your
sister.
family know when
Yeah.
you're traveling.
You
This
use
is the
the apps.
hotel I'm staying
Right.
at. This is how long I'll be, and I'll be back on this day.
Exactly.
And have them check on you.
Yes.
And that's
it.
what I did when I was away for the month. I had someone I checked in with my family every night, and that made me feel a little more
Yeah,
secure.
that's important.
Right.
As long as
You
you're
know.
safe, you're good.
Yes.
Everything
This is
else
true.
you
Yes.
could get through.
Yes.
Well, so the summer is coming, and so here we are in the spring. We're going to definitely
We're
perhaps
getting ready
have some
for the group trip.
summer travels.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be looking forward to the results.
And I may be doing another travel unexpectedly. I'm going to do it
Uh-oh.
and then tell you guys about it.
Oh,
excuse that.
okay.
Because I feel as though if I say it, I mean I do it. So I'm
Okay.
gonna do it and then tell you guys about
All
it.
right.
I like
It's a
it.
surprise.
I like
Okay. She's going to surprise us,
Yeah,
Keisha.
she always does.
That's the truth.
It's always a surprise.
Well, we love being here at this beautiful hotel again, and
Yes.
it's been an awesome experience.
The Concord
Concord in
Hotel.
Midtown Manhattan on East 55th. So
And they
y'all
gave
should
us
try
such a
it.
fabulous view.
They
Very
did.
fabulous.
I love it. I
So
love it.
try it out if you're ever in Manhattan.
Yes, and like, share, and subscribe
Always.
to the Three Ladies Podcast on YouTube.
Yep. We'll see you.
See you there.